Frank Ocean hates you, and I'm gonna tell you why. But first, we're gonna rewind a little bit to talk about how I first got introduced to Frank Ocean. So the first time I got introduced to Frank Ocean, I was a kid. I was driving with my sister and she was playing this song in the car. It goes, Novocaine, 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 Novocaine.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And at first, I was like, this song sucks.
Trash!
And I was a very much a hype beast type kid. I liked all the hype rappers, like probably like X and Lil Pump and like all that type of music. And I was into the hype beast trends like Supreme and Bape and all of that like 2016 to 2018 type stuff, all that trendy stuff. I was into that, but I couldn't get that melody of that song out of my head.
What is that melody?
And what usually happens with my sister always happens. She plays a good song, I think it's trash, and then I can't get it out of my head, and suddenly I really enjoy it. So cut to me figuring out that the guy that sings the song is Frank Ocean, and I decide to dive into his whole discography, and I love most, if not all, of his songs. Some of my favorites being Lost, Lens, Pink and White, Godspeed, Nova King, and of course, Chanel, or like A$AP Rocky says, Channel.
I don't rock Chanel, I rock Channel.
Also, for anybody who's watching this video, I'm a smaller channel and I definitely need the likes and the subs, because if you tell YouTube I like this video, I'm subbing to this guy, you're saying, yeah, this guy is it. Recommend him through the system, and I'm just asking that you do that today. It takes 5 seconds, it's free, you don't have to pay anything, and it really does help out the channel and help out this video so much. I've been working so hard to get out these videos to you guys, so please just drop a like and let me know what you guys think of the video. And after doing all of this, I figure out I'm a big Frank Ocean fan, and honestly he's probably a top 3 artist for me. And you could imagine the shock on my face when I realized that this man hasn't dropped in ages. Now I understand the whole waiting a little bit to drop your next album. Kendrick Lamar did the same as that thing. He waited, I think it was 5 years to drop his newest album. And I understand the whole processing your last album, getting the vibe and the cadence right for your new album. I understand all of that. Other artists do that too, including Kanye West, who doesn't drop so frequently, but when he does drop, you can be sure that it's something totally different from the music that we have today. But the reason why I say Frank Ocean hates you, it's because this man seems to not want to drop. He seems to have no interest in dropping music or pleasing his fans. Now, I understand the whole, hey, he's a person, he can do whatever he wants. This is true, but this is also his job. And also his fans have been waiting patiently for him to drop, and he does not seem to want to do that. I remember the last news I've heard about him before Coachella at least was that he was making a new film series or something like that. And I was like, but where's the music at, bro? That's what everybody wants from you. And I understand the whole diversifying your portfolio and not just doing music. And I'm sure his fans would go crazy for it because it's a cult fan base. But the main thing everybody wants from him is music, and he's just not delivering. And then you have his Coachella performance, which was just a mess.
I'd say he's got 3 classic albums, but you don't have to be a dick and show up late. But people that have classic albums seem to do this.
Frank Ocean is
Lauryn Hill,
a scammer.
I've seen people try to justify it online, saying that it was artsy and cool, saying that it felt like you were in the studio with Frank Ocean. And honestly, that just seems like a fanboy take. And I understand, I definitely understand respecting the people that you love to listen to and everything like that. But again, like you guys say, they're human. And since they're humans, they can make mistakes. And since they're humans, they can be messed up people too.
I'm only human, after all, don't put the blame on me.
He did not seem to care that his fans were waiting for him to pull up. I think he said he was an hour late, something like that. He canceled on the ice skaters that were supposed to be at the concert last minute. He somehow got into a bike accident after the first weekend of Coachella so that he can't perform Coachella anymore. I'm not saying that it's fake, but but I'm saying it's pretty convenient, seemingly, since that he doesn't want to perform. And apparently there was these large talking breaks in between each one of the songs.
It's been so long, everybody talks about how long it's been. It's like, it's been so long, it's been so long. But I have missed you. I want to talk about why I'm here, because it's not because of a new album. It's because, not that there's not a new album, it's like, but there's not right now. No, it's not right now, it's not right now.
Gotcha, bitch.
And like people were saying, they think it's just like a whole studio vibe of the concert. It's very artsy. And I just got one thing to say to that. If you want to make art, artsy concert or performance for your fans, if you truly care about them, take a page from Kanye West. I'm not trying to be a fanboy or a stan, but that man is known to have some of the best artsy performances. And since we're talking about Coachella, look at Kanye's Coachella performance. I think it was in 2019. He did a whole artsy thing. It had ballerinas, it had like artwork. He was doing different mixes of the songs that he was performing. It was straight for the fans. He didn't care about anyone outside the people that were watching him, and he made it that way. But I guess it may be a little bit unfair to compare him to Kanye, because Kanye has always been trying to do the stage performance thing, and it seems like Frank Ocean has always been doing this like live band on set type thing. But if this newest performance was truly not a screw you to the fans and was just an artsy thing, you don't have to even look at Kanye. Look at like Playboi Carti. I'm not even the biggest Playboi Carti fan, but his performances, he rages, the set goes crazy, he does it all for the fans. And they say that he's not even like nice to his fans, but the performances, it includes the crowd in a major way that any other artist doesn't do. If anything, this newest performance seems to be a big, I don't really care about you guys, to the crowd. And even at this performance, he announced that yeah, he's working on a new album, but like he legit just started working on that new album. And you know what, I'll give him leeway for that, because he had a brother that passed away a couple years ago, and I understand that could be extremely hard and frustrating. So there's no reason to rush him on dropping that album and making music. I think it's just frustrating as a fan of Frank Ocean to not just get new music from the person that you like listening to. I think it's frustrating not to be able to communicate with that person, and especially not to be able to get anything through to that person because he doesn't seem to be listening to the fans. I'm pretty sure recently a song of his just leaked that was supposed to be released like I think 4 years ago, and it came out in it came out in records that fans bought. And while it was on the trucks going to fans' houses, Frank Ocean did a recall and said, nah, what, not dropping the song, bring all the records back. And I don't understand the reason for stuff like that. I understand not dropping all your songs, I understand being your own artist in person, but I hate the notion these days that being an artist is saying screw you to your fans, because that's not what being an artist is. It's just being a sucky person. But you know what, everyone has their own opinion of what they think a good artist is. Me personally, I think Frank Ocean is a fantastic artist that does not know how to be good with his fans, but I think he's just a regular human and he needs to develop a little bit. But I have a ton of respect for that man, but I think he just needs to develop that relationship with his fans that really do respect this man and hold him in high regard. But I do think he does kind of hate us. Maybe I'm being a little bit exaggeratory, but let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that Frank Ocean likes you? Do you think that he respects you? And most importantly, do you support the things that he's been doing? I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.